Gian, 7 o'clock. Hey, Duong.
起床
Good evening. How are you doing today?
good.
Ah, seems to me that you had a new haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good in you, man. Looks good in you. When did you had a haircut?
Mm,
Saturday, Sunday?
today.
Ah, just today. Okay, very well. You like it? I like it. Yeah, looks cool. Looks cool. Anything. Anyway. So yeah, it seems to me that your day is great. Yeah. Anything new for today? Nothing new to share? You know,
No.
like that ball. Is that a ball or is that a cube? What's that? One of your.
Mm,
What is
I don't
that?
know.
Let me see. No. You put it
It's
down. It's green. What's that?
it it's it's uh it's
So
uh it's a it's my mom.
yeah, Messi. I thought. Oh,
It's
okay.
my mom.
I thought it was like something or what, and I was like, okay. Anyway, so let's go back to your lesson. All right. Let's see here. Oop, over evening. All right, we will go back from last week where we left off. Where we left off last week. It was page 17. If you're in that page, please tell me.
Yes.
Okay, let me just yeah, resize my screen here. Yeah, so I can see everything. All right, again, it's page 17. And while you're pulling up your book, yeah, we covered last week the story of I think it's kind of like a romantic story. It's Hannah. When Hannah met Jamie. Jamie was a DJ. If you remember that, let me refresh your memory. Yeah, and we're actually almost there. We're to the point wherein we're almost there with the last part of their story. And in fact, if you will remember, we worked on vocabulary or number three vocabulary. Now those are verb phrases. We're in yeah we use the words like for example the one on number one have and then match it or connect it with the phrases on number two. Like for example, drive along the high street, or have have somebody to a restaurant, or have a wonderful time. We did finish that letter B as well. So now we'll be going to speaking and listening, where of course this will help you out a lot when it comes to speaking and also listening. All right. Now, let's read again. It says here, letter A. Read the story of Hannah and Jamie in one again. Okay, so let's go back a bit. Page 16. If you remember, Hannah met Jamie. Okay, are you in that page or no? Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Okay, tell me if you're there so that we can synchronize. All right, I will read the first part for you and then you can read the rest. All right?
Yes. Is that page 19?
No, sir. That will be 17 and 16. We'll go back a bit to 16.
Yes.
All right. Would you like me to share my book with you? Duong?
Mm, no, I'm there.
Okay, you're there. All right.
Ooh, what is the part? What
Oh,
is the part we studied?
yeah, we're going to go to page 16. As it says in speaking and listening, which is on page 17, it says, read the story of Hannah and Jamie again and one again. So let's back up a bit. Let's go to page 16. It's at
Yes.
the right side of the page. 2C, one dark October evening. Hannah met Jamie in the summer of 2000. All right, just tell me if you're there, okay? So we can begin.
I'm there now.
All right, I will read it first for you. Don't worry, okay? So you
Yes.
can sit back and relax. You'll prepare for the next paragraphs. All right, Hannah met Jamie in the summer of 2010. It was Hannah's 21st birthday, and she and her friends went to a club. They wanted to dance, but they didn't like the music, so Hannah went to speak to the DJ. She said, "This music is awful," she said. "Could you play something else?" And then the DJ looked at her and said, "Don't worry, I have the perfect song for you." Okay, please continue.
2 minutes later, he said, "The next song is by Scouting for Girls. It's called Blue as Your Eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for a beautiful girl who's dancing over there." Hannah knew that the song was for her.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly,
Suddenly, Hannah and her friends left the club. The DJ was waiting for her at the door. "Hi, I'm Jamie," he said to Hannah.
mhm.
"Can I see you again?" So Hannah gave him her phone number.
Very good, very good. Okay, let's try this one. All right, Jamie phoned Hannah, or after that, Jamie phoned Hannah and invited her to dinner. He took her to a very romantic French restaurant and they talked all evening. Although the food wasn't very good, they had a wonderful time. Jamie and Hannah saw each other every day. Every evening when Hannah finished work, they met at 5:30 in a coffee bar in High Street or in the High Street, and they were madly in love. Okay, number 5.
Next day, Hannah was at work. As, as usual, she was going to meet Jamie at 5:30. It was dark and it was raining. She looked up at her watch. It was it was five it was 5:20.
Mm-hmm.
She was go she was going to be late. She ran to her car and got in. At 5:25, she was driving along the high street.
Okay, before we continue, would you please read this word again? It's in our chat box.
Yes. Usual.
Usual. Say usual.
Usual.
Yeah. It might sometimes it does sound Z. Usual like that. So usual.
Usual.
Yep. So or sometimes it's like this. The letter U, usual. Usual.
Usual.
Yeah.
Usual.
Very good. All right. Let's continue. She was going very fast because she was in a hurry. Then a man crossed the road. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake. All right, let's go to page 17. Now, it says here, use or in pairs. Okay. I think Moon is calling someone. Is she calling your mom? Okay. Sure, Moon. Okay. All right. So, going back, letter B. In pairs, use the pictures 1 to 5 to retell the story. Try to use connectors and the verb phrases in number 3. The verb phrases are here in number 3. All right. And I want you to retell the story. Which one is first here? First, second, third, fourth, and then fifth. How will you retell the story, using the pictures 1 to 5, and then try to use the connectors and the verb phrases in number 3, which is on the same page.
Yes.
So, like number 1, what do you think is number 1? How would you best describe or use a sentence for number 1? Look at this picture
It,
here. Yeah, we got Jamie and Hannah. All right. So,
yes. It's like today is Hannah's birthday, so
Hannah's birthday. Sorry, I have to cut you off. Today is Hannah's birthday, and
she and uh, she and her friends want to go to a bar to dance.
mm-hmm,
But um, Hannah don't like the music,
music. Yeah,
so she uh so he tell to the DJ
he told the
uh
DJ. Yeah,
the DJ that she want to uh, she told to DJ that the song is awful.
song is awful. The song is awful. It's like DJ. The song is awful. You have to change this, man. So it's like that. All right, but where's the vocabulary? Where's the connectors and verb phrases from number 3? Remember the vocabulary verb phrases? It has number 3 on it. We have to get
Yes.
like the connectors and the verb phrases there. So for picture number 1, what do you think is the best, or is the connectors and verb phrases you can use here?
Mhm. It's
So it's like this. Let me help you. For example, I will choose the word meet. So Hannah and her friends, because it's Hannah's birthday, they wanted to go to a bar or the club. See here, meet the club very late. Yeah. Or Hannah invited her friends, to the club very late because they were in a club. All right. So how about number 2? How would you connect that to number 2? What verb phrases, what connectors and verb phrases will you use for number 2? I see here a phone.
um it's um invite. Oh no, it's
Okay, for number 1, yeah, somebody or give somebody your phone number. So Hannah gave her phone number to Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah. And then the next day, Jamie was calling, or Hannah was, they were getting in touch, or Jamie was calling Hannah. All right, what else? How about number 3?
Um, three. It's
They're like eating on a
um
dinner. They become like regular date mates. They've been dating for like, yeah, for days now. So we can use, they meet, you know, in a coffee bar. They meet in a coffee bar, remember? They always
yeah.
meet in a coffee bar. It says here
Uh,
after like 5:30 after Hannah's work. Very good. Right. Right. What else? How about number 4?
Number four is um she's in a hurry and she she will be late.
Mm-hmm.
Then she uh, drive along the high street.
She drove along the high street. She's running late basically, and she's in a hurry. Yeah, she have to not literally run, but she's running a little bit late. And she's in a hurry. So what happened? Like photo number 5 or image number 5.
Yes.
Yeah, she was driving along the high street. He didn't saw the man crossing, but she hit the brakes, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we could actually use these connectors and verb phrases from uh number 3 from number 3 vocabulary verb phrases in order for us to distinguish or to tell the story. All right? Now, let's move to letter C. There are two different endings to the story. Have a class vote. Do you want to listen to the happy ending or the sad ending? There's a happy and
Mm,
sad ending. So let me ask you, what would you like to listen to? Happy or sad ending?
Sad.
Sad ending, really? Okay. It says
Yeah.
here, what do you think is going to happen in the ending you have chosen? Listen once and check. Let's try both. CD 1.50. Let's try CD 1.50 first. Since you've chosen the sad part, the sad story. Yeah, we'll listen to that later. Save the best for last. Here we go.
1.50.
1.50.
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
Suddenly, a man ran across the road. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake. She stopped just in time. She got out of her car and shouted at the man.
Don't you usually look before you cross the road? I nearly hit you. I didn't see you until the last moment.
Sorry.
Hey, Hannah, it's me. It's Jamie.
Jamie, what are you doing here? I nearly killed you.
I was buying something. I was in a hurry and I crossed the road without looking.
Come on, get in.
Hannah and Jamie drove to the coffee bar. They sat down in their usual seats and ordered 2 cups of coffee.
Here you are. 2 cappuccinos.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What an evening. I nearly killed you.
Well, you didn't kill me. So, what's the problem?
But what were you doing in the high street? I thought you were here, in the cafe, waiting for me.
I went to the theatre to buy these tickets for the Scouting for Girls concert. I know you wanted to go. And it's on the 15th of October, next Saturday, our anniversary.
Our anniversary?
Yes, 3 months since we first met. We met on Saturday the 15th of July. Remember?
Gosh, Jamie. I can't believe you remember the exact day. What a romantic. It's lucky I didn't hit you in the street.
Okay, that's
Teacher,
yeah. What's up?
I guess the bad ending now. Thinks she hit Jamie.
We'll see. We'll see. We still don't know what the ending is. You might never know. It might not be Jamie. It might be someone else, and we'll never know if Jamie will die or what. So, but this is an interesting story, huh? I told you it's gonna be interesting. All right, let's go for 1.51. Okay, but that's sweet. Yeah, Jamie bought tickets. It's their anniversary, stuff like that. Very good. Very good. All right, here we go. 1.51. Are you ready
Yes.
for the sad story? Okay, here we go.
1.51. Sad ending. Suddenly, a man ran across the road. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake. Although Hannah tried to stop, she couldn't. She hit the man. Hannah panicked. She drove away as fast as she could. When she arrived at the coffee bar, Jamie wasn't there. She called him, but his mobile phone was turned off. She waited for 10 minutes, and then she went home. 2 hours later, a car arrived at Hannah's house. A policewoman knocked at the door.
Good evening, madam. Are you Hannah Davis?
Yes, I am.
I'd like to speak to you. Can I come in?
The policewoman came in and sat down on the sofa.
Are you a friend of Jamie Dixon?
Yes.
Said Hannah.
Well, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
What? What's happened?
Jamie had an accident this evening.
Oh no! What kind of accident?
He was crossing the road and a car hit him.
When did this happen? And where?
This evening at 5:25. He was crossing the road in the high street by the theatre.
Oh no! How is he?
He's in hospital. He's got a bad injury to his head and 2 broken legs.
But is he going to be okay?
We don't know. He's in intensive care.
Oh no! And the driver of the car?
She didn't stop.
She?
Yes, it was a woman in a white car. Somebody saw the number of the car. You have a white car outside, don't you, madam? Is your number plate XYZ 348S?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Can you tell me where you were at 5:25 this evening?
It's kind of like not a sad ending. It's more like a scary ending at the, you know. It's good, and, especially with the music, ding, 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 ding. It's very suspenseful. You know, if you're fond of watching horror or suspense movies, those are the kind of scores. They call it scores, by the way. The music that you play in the background of a scene, you call it a score, and it's kind of like suspenseful. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So, which one do you choose? Happy ending or sad ending? Which one do you think is better?
It's sad.
Sad ending. Okay. Since you chose sad ending, let's go to letter E. Listen again. If you chose happy ending, answer the questions and communication. Happy ending. 101. That's page 101. If you choose the sad ending, answer the questions in communication. Sad ending, page 109. So let's go to page 109. 109. Communication, sad ending, 109. Communication, sad ending. Yep, I think it is here. There. Okay, tell me if you're there. Okay, Duong, are you there? Page 109.
Not yet.
Okay. It's kind of like not a sad ending, but more of a suspenseful scene. You can see that Hannah's really scared. Number one, she's concerned about Jamie. Number two, she's kind of like scared because there's police involved already. And the police is investigating the scene. All right. Do you want me to share my book with you? Duong? Duong? Hello? Duong, do you want me to share my book with you, buddy?
I think yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're having a hard time loading. Yeah, loading that book. So let me share mine. Here we go. All right. Okay. Please tell me if you see it.
I see it now.
All right. Sad ending. Okay. Let me just. All right. There you go. Why didn't Hannah see the man who was crossing the road? Why didn't Hannah see the man who was crossing the road?
Mm, Because the weather is dark and he wear a black coat.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty much dark, and the guy or Jamie is wearing a black coat, making it much more harder for you to see in the dark. If you've been driving, and like me, for example, I've been driving for more than how many years now? Yeah, I've been driving for like 19 years now. Yeah, it's really hard if the skies are dark or the place is dark, and at the same time there's someone crossing with a black coat. Number two. So what happened? What happened after that? After the man crossed the road.
Um, then she drive along the high street to the coffee bar, and she wait there
She
10
waited.
minutes
Yeah, she waited there.
there, 10
Mm-hmm.
minutes, but she don't see Jamie come there, so she's go home.
So she went
And
home. Uh-huh. Okay.
she went, and then um there's a police girls um knocking the door at the door, um the police girl the
Policewoman. I'm sorry. It's actually called a policewoman. Yeah,
police,
I know it's a girl, but it's a policewoman. All right.
and
Mm-hmm.
the policewoman asked her some questions.
Some questions. Basically, what happened was, sad story. Basically, she hit the man that was crossing the road. And after that, she didn't went out of the car to check on the person that she hit. Instead, she fled off, maybe because she's scared. So she went home, or not yet. She tried to call Jamie to his phone, but she cannot contact him for some reason. So after 10 minutes, she left and she went home. And then afterwards, there was this policewoman who came to her house asking her some questions. So I guess that answers also number four, who arrived at her house 2 hours later. And again, it's not a police girl; it's a police woman. So please take note of that. Yeah. And what news did she have for Hannah?
Um, that the that Jamie is um,
Jamie is in a hospital. What else?
he's in a
Yeah.
hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and mm, how can I call it? It's
Oh, let me help you. Basically, the policewoman said, or the policewoman told Hannah of what happened. She was asking, "Do you know Jamie Dixon?" And she said yes. So she was like, "He got hit by a car earlier this afternoon." Where she even asked, "Where were you?" As she was investigating. Yeah, the policewoman also told, yeah, this will answer number six. The policewoman also told Hannah that Jamie's in intensive care. She even told that you do have a white car, don't you? Because there's a white car that was the suspect. All right, there were, I guess, people who saw that the driver was a lady and it's a white car and was able to identify the car with the license plate number. Unfortunately, it's actually time already. Yeah, it's almost 7:30, just seconds away. Basically, we will continue this. This is a good story, isn't it? It's a good story, and we will continue answering these tomorrow. Basically, yeah, good job on answering the questions, and we'll continue more of them. There were some minor corrections, but yeah, I know you'll be able to realign and correct yourself from here on. You have any questions for today's lesson?
No, I don't.
Okay, then I will see you again tomorrow. And thank you so much for attending your class. You have a great evening and see you again, Duong.
See you again.
See you again, buddy.